Well, you guys, we're back and it's a new year, which means one of two things. Either we're thinking that, it's SSDD, basically, or we're thinking this is a fresh start. It's finally time for a fresh start. Last year was what it was, whether it was good, whether it was bad. This is a fresh start. And hopefully we're thinking positively that this year is going to be better than last year, whether we're going to top what last year was, or whether we're thinking that this year is a fresh start than whatever happened last year. It was in the past and it's gone. And I know it's so easy and difficult to think of the fact that the new year is just another day. Like, years don't really mean anything except for the fact that it's a timeline, but like when you look at it day by day, what's really changing? And obviously, not that much is. It's just another day, unless you make it change. Unless you make it change. Which is why it is so important to think of the new year as a fresh start and a new day. A new day, a new year, a new chapter, and decide to really make things change this year. And stick to it, because man, it's so easy to start a new year resolution and start a new goal and start this new chapter of this new book and get a little ways into it and then just give up. I think we start to realize very quickly into it that it does just feel like SSDD. And that's because we make it feel that way, though. Because it takes, 3 months on average to start seeing results in something. There is a reason why each of my sessions I do have a minimum of 1 month. Because you have to be persistent, and you're not going to get anywhere if you're not being persistent. And 1 month is like the absolute minimum that you can do. You can ideally sign up for 3 months, but 1 month is even like on the very mild side of seeing results, but you will still see results within a month if you are being persistent and if you are held accountable, which is why life coaching or hiring a life coach is so important to staying on top of your goals. There are so many things in my life that I'm really good at just knocking out because I am a life coach and I know the tricks, and I'm really good at holding myself accountable and making my own just plan to knock things out. And yet I have still hired a life coach to help me hold myself accountable, because I still do start making excuses and I get so overwhelmed, kind of because I am such an overachiever on some levels that I just try to take on more than I really realistically can handle. And a life coach is really good at helping break things down into smaller tasks that are so much more manageable and easy to knock out. And the more easy stuff that you are able to knock out, all the easier it is to knock out the harder stuff and not get overwhelmed by the harder stuff when you're knocking out things that are easier. Because after you've done all of these little things, it builds up your self-esteem that I've done all of this, even though it wasn't that hard, I've done it all in X amount of time. So why should this next thing scare me? Whether it's bigger or not, it's doable because I've done all these other things. And when I put all these other things together, they're probably bigger than this other thing I'm facing. And if I feel like I can't face this, I've actually faced bigger when I put all the other things together. Life coaching, seriously, I think there's nothing like it. And I don't think therapy is even remotely as effective as hiring a life coach. I don't think that There really is nothing like it. There is nothing like it. And I know that one of the biggest pauses to life coaching is the fact that it seems just not worth it. Just not worth it. Which is an understandable question to, is it really worth it? Because it can get pricey and it can be a lot. You know, it's a big commitment. But the question always comes back to, why is it not worth it to you? What is it costing you to stay where you're at? That it's not worth whatever the outcome would be if you're considering it. What is it costing you to stay where you're at that it's not worth putting in the effort to change your situation? Why is that not worth it to you? Hiring a life coach can get you out of this mindset that it is SSDD to it is a new day and a new start. It's a new year. It's a fresh do-over. If you are interested in hiring a life coach to start your fresh start, because there is nothing worse than just staying in the same cycle that you've been in for the last year, for the last 2 years, for the last who knows how long, telling yourself that each year is going to be a new year and it's going to change, and it never does. If you are interested in hiring a life coach, I am available for hire. You can book a free discovery call with me. The link will be in the description below to find out what this is all about and see if we're a good match. You can also find me on almost any social media platform at Make Waves Coach for more content like this that is absolutely free. And you can also find me on almost any social media platform at Mermaid Kassandra, as I am a professional mermaid. You can see the journey that I have made through hiring a life coach and just kind of the waves that I have made through following my dream. It's been absolutely awesome, and I think it's really cool for you guys to witness what I'm doing behind the scenes. You can also find my podcast, Make Waves Mermaid Kassandra, every place podcasts are found. I will be back soon. I will talk to all of y'all in the next episode. Go out there and make waves. Mwah.